Let me ask you something real. Have you ever looked at your life and just felt like something weren't right? Like you're doing all the right things, but deep down you know you're not being fully you, not a version that's powerful, free, alive. Most people live their whole lives as someone they were never meant to be. Because from the moment we were born, we started to absorbing beliefs, fears, and survival patterns that didn't come from our soul. They came from the world. And what if I told you that real you, the powerful, loving, creative version of you, has been buried under the layers of programming? It's time to finally come home. This isn't therapy, it's shadow work through realignment. It's not about reliving your pain, it's about reclaiming your power. So if you're ready to stop being a version of yourself that was shaped by fear and survival, and start becoming the person you were always meant to be. Let's begin. From a young age, you were taught how to behave, how to speak, what's acceptable and what's not. You may have been rewarded when you pleased others, and rejected, punished, or ignored when you didn't. So your mind did something smart. It began to build a version of you that could survive, that could be accepted, loved, safe. This version is what I call the false self, the mask, the personality built out of protection. The problem is that mask is not who you truly are. And if you keep living through that version of you, you'll always feel like something is missing. No matter how much you succeed, no matter how many things you manifest, because the true you is waiting underneath all of it. What is the shadow? The shadow isn't evil, it's just a part of you that were rejected, shamed, or denied by others or by yourself. It's anger you weren't allowed to feel, the sadness you had to suppress, the desire you were told were wrong, the confidence you deemed down to avoid judgment. All those parts didn't disappear, they just got buried. And now they show up as emotional triggers, sabotaging behaviors, or unexplained blocks that seem to hold you back. Shadow work is the process of gently bringing those parts into the light. Not judge them, but to integrate them, to finally stop fighting yourself and start coming back into wholeness. Let me be clear, this is not about digging trauma just to relieve pain. Shadow work is not traditional therapy, where you sit for years talking about your past. This is realignment. It's about recognizing which part of you were programmed and choosing to come back to your truth. You don't have to suffer for decades. You don't have to fix every memory. You simply need to become aware of what's running the show and reclaim your power from it. This process can be fast, light, and even beautiful, but it requires honesty and courage to meet yourself fully. So how do you start becoming who you really are? It begins with deprogramming. You must unlearn what's not true, because the false self isn't just who you pretend to be. It's who you were trained to be in order to feel safe. That means all beliefs, reactions, stories like I'm not enough, I'm always get abundant, all of that has to go. You don't fight the programming, you become conscious of it. Once you see the pattern, it starts to lose power. That's why shadow work is so transformational, because it doesn't just change your mindset, it changes your identity. Let me give you some powerful steps to begin. First step, notice your triggers. What makes you reactive? What frustrates you? These are gold mines. They point straight to your shadow. Second, observe your self-talk. What are you constantly saying about yourself? Third, feel your emotions fully. Stop numbing when something rises. Anger, sadness, jealousy, Pause, breathe, feel it without judgment. Fourth, practice radical honesty. Ask yourself, where am I lying to myself to keep peace or avoid discomfort? Fifth, choose compassion. The shadow doesn't heal through force, it heals through understanding. Now, journaling is not the same as shadow work, but it's a powerful tool for awareness. So here is your reflection, daily reflection questions. What triggered me today, and what might that reveal about my shadow? Where did I hold back my truth to be accepted? What belief about myself came up that I know isn't aligned with my highest self? What part of me I am still rejecting or hiding? Write without censoring. This is not about getting it right, it's about becoming aware. You cannot transform what you avoid. When you put it on paper, you create a space between you and the old programming. That's where the healing begins. Shadow work can take you far, but if you want to go deeper, if you want to completely realign your life, dissolve your blocks, and finally live your true power, you don't have to do it alone. This is exactly what I help people with through my self-realignment coaching. Together we uncover and dissolve the false identity, so you can finally create a life that matches your soul. Not just more money, love, or confidence. A life where you feel truly free, powerful, and aligned. If that calls you, you're welcome to book a free consultation with me. We'll talk, explore where you are at, and see what's possible for you. Link is below. You're not here by accident. Shadow is not your enemy. It's a door, and behind that door is most radiant, powerful version of you. The version was never broken, never too much, never not enough. It's time to meet that you. Because your real life, the one your soul came here for, starts the moment you stop living as someone you are not. This is your time to realign, to rise, and to reclaim your power. I am Michael, and this is Self Realignment. If you are ready to go deeper, the next step is awaiting for you below.